In every industry, in every field, there's an unspoken rule. Don't question the way things are done. We inherit processes, systems, and traditions, and we accept them as if they are laws of nature. But the reality is, most of the things we do were designed by people no smarter than us, people who were simply following what came before them. And yet we go through life avoiding the simplest, most powerful question, why? So think about some of the biggest innovations in history. The Wright brothers didn't accept that humans were meant to stay on the ground. They asked, why can't we fly? Steve Jobs didn't settle for computers being dull and complicated. He asked, why can't they be beautiful and simple? Elon Musk didn't just accept that space travel belonged to governments. He asked, why can't a private company do it better? These people weren't the smartest in the room, but they were the ones brave enough to question what everyone else took for granted. The power of asking why isn't just about innovation, it's about understanding. So often in business and life, we blindly follow instructions without knowing their purpose. We sit in meetings listening to plans that don't make sense, but we nod along because we assume everyone else must get it. We execute strategies without really understanding their intent, simply because someone above us said it's the right thing to do. And that's how mediocrity spreads. That's how stagnation happens. But the person who asks why does something radical, they force clarity, they expose weak logic. They make people rethink their assumptions. And most importantly, they create an environment where others feel safe to question things too. Because once one person starts asking why, others realize they've been wondering the same thing but were too afraid to speak up. In organizations, this fear of asking questions can be deadly. Companies that don't encourage why end up clinging to outdated methods, resisting change, and falling behind. Leaders who don't embrace why shut down ideas before they can be explored, breeding a culture of compliance instead of creativity. And individuals who never ask why miss out on opportunities to learn, to grow, and to truly understand their craft. The key is to stop assuming that just because something has been done a certain way, it's the best way. The greatest minds in history didn't have more knowledge than everyone else, they just had the courage to challenge the status quo. And that's what being an idiot in this context really means. It means being willing to admit you don't understand something, to question the obvious, and to keep digging until you find real answers. It's not ignorance, it's intelligence in its purest form. If you want to do anything meaningful in life, you have to get comfortable with looking stupid. There's no way around it. Every great idea, every major breakthrough, every bold move comes with a risk, the risk of being laughed at, dismissed, or told you're wrong. And most people can't handle that, so they play it safe. They stay quiet when they have something to say. They keep their ideas locked inside. They let fear make their decisions for them. But the people who change the game are the ones who are willing to look foolish in the process. They're the ones who stand up and say, I don't understand, can someone explain? While everyone else is pretending they get it. They're the ones who share their ideas even when they know they might sound ridiculous. They're the ones who raise their hands and admit they don't have the answers because they know that's the only way to learn. I think about the last time you had an idea but didn't speak up. Maybe it was in a meeting, maybe in a conversation with friends. You hesitated because you thought, what if it's a dumb idea? But here's the thing, what if it wasn't? What if it was the missing piece, the breakthrough, the fresh perspective that no one else had considered? The only way to know is to put it out there. Fear of looking stupid is one of the biggest barriers to success. It stops people from asking for help when they need it. It stops them from taking risks, trying new things, and stepping outside of their comfort zones. And worst of all, it makes them settle for less than they're capable of. Because when you let fear control you, you choose safety over growth. Now think about the people you admire the most. The leaders, the innovators, the disruptors. Do you think they got where they are by playing it safe? No, they failed, they made mistakes, they looked foolish, and they did it anyway. Because they understood that the only way to get better is to be willing to be bad at something first. There's a reason kids learn faster than adults. It's not just because their brains are more flexible, it's because they don't care about looking stupid. They ask endless questions, they try new things without hesitation, they fall down and get back up. But as we grow older, we become self-conscious. We start caring too much about what other people think. We avoid situations where we might not look competent. And in doing so, we stop learning at the rate we once did. The solution? Embrace the idiot mindset. Get comfortable with not knowing. Take pride in asking dumb questions. Speak up when you're unsure. Try things before you're ready. Because the people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid looking foolish, they're the ones who embrace it. So the next time you catch yourself holding back because you're afraid of looking stupid, remember this. Every genius, every trailblazer, every game changer was once seen as an idiot. The only difference between them and everyone else, they didn't care. They asked, they tried, they failed, they learned. And that's why they won.